Morning. Good morning. Well, it got pretty chilly out last night, but in this 0-degree bag, I was so warm. Super cold. Oh, I got some ice on my bag right here from condensation. Probably from my breath right here, but so yeah, it definitely got cold, but I am super warm inside this 0-degree bag. Slept pretty decent in the Jeep. I think if I had any complaint, I didn't bring any cushion, so the only cushion I have is the sleeping bag. So the bed of the Jeep's pretty hard. So I had to roll over and get off hips and shoulders. Of course, started to get sore, so you roll over. But aside from that, man, nice and warm, cozy in here. Got a good sleep. So see the sun's coming up. The sun is up. I don't know what the temperature is right now, but I'm gonna, I think before I get out of here, I'm gonna reach up and start the Jeep and get it warmed up in here. Then get dressed and get up, get some breakfast. Well, if you could see that, on the dash it says 24 degrees and the sun is up. So I don't know how cold it actually got last night. And like you saw, from the moisture from my breath on the outside of my sleeping bag, it was ice on my sleeping bag inside the Jeep. But like I was saying, inside this bag, oh my gosh, I was so toasty warm, so comfy. So, but yeah, it's chilly out. I'm hesitant to crawl out, like I said, but got the Jeep running, got it warmed up nice in here, so I'm gonna get my clothes back on and crawl out of here and get some instant oatmeal in me and some coffee, and then I think we're gonna explore some more trails while we make our way home. Stick around. Alright, so we're getting some Insta Heat cranked up here on the propane fire pit. And I got ice inside. I left this out last night, and I don't know if you can see in there, but the water that I left in there iced over. So I gotta get that melted down and get that warmed up for my breakfast. But yeah, so we're gonna get some breakfast, get some coffee, enjoy this morning, and hit the trails again. Okay, like I was saying, we both have rooftop tents, but we didn't want to deal with trying to dry them out in the winter and getting all that moisture in them. So we both slept inside our Jeeps, and like I said, I was pretty cozy and warm in that 0-degree bag. How'd you sleep last night?
I slept well. Didn't have my hat on to start with, and my head outside of my bag I got cold, so.
And that does make a big difference.
Yeah.
I slept with my hat on, even though a lot of the time I ended up like this. Probably I ain't out to impress anybody. But keeping the hat on, getting my my face in the bag sometimes. But
yeah, halfway through I got my hat out, I put it on, and then yeah, I slept really well after that. It was nice and toasty warm.
I mentioned I had that 0-degree Teton Sports bag that I'm really liking. What'd you use for a sleep system?
0-degree Browning.
Browning?
Yeah.
And an air mattress?
Yes, and an air mattress. So I had that underneath me.
That was my failure. I had Jeep bed.
Yes.
So it was hard bottom, but still slept good. But
oh yeah, I slept longer than I thought I was going to this morning.
Yeah.
Sleeping well.
Well, even once I woke up, man, I just did not want to get out of that warm bag. It's so comfy in there, you know, and warm. And I really, going to bed last night, like I'd mentioned to you, I was really worried about how cold I was going to get during the night, because I know this was going to be the coldest temperatures that I've camped in. The last time we went out, I think we said it got down into the 20s, but it was high 20s.
High 20s, yeah.
And with Lisa and Twyla with us, and so this one was definitely colder. When I woke up, when I actually turned on the Jeep and looked at the dash, sun's already up, 24 on the dash. So I really don't know how low it got down to, but
yeah,
it got pretty chilly.
It was chilly, and I think I slept later into the morning because I had to finally pull the bag over my head, and it just was pitch black in there.
Get that? Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, block out the light and get that more extra warmth. And,
yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I was worried about being cold last night, and that wasn't the case at all.
No.
I was surprised at how warm I stayed inside there. So I'm glad we came out, because I was kind of like, man, I don't know if I want to do this, because I hate being cold. And I'm really glad we did. We've seen some great trails. We've seen some really nice overlooks on the river. And we found a great spot to camp, and we stayed warm.
Oh yeah,
So,
more exploring today.
right on. All right, let's get at it.
All right.
If you watch our videos, you know we always use a percolator and percolate our coffee. That's just what we like to do. But today, I'm just using it right now as a pot to boil my water. A friend of ours got us some of these Ferris coffee instants. So just some powder in this tube. So you heat up your water, pour that powder in, and stir it up. You're good to go. So doing the instant coffee this morning. Where we're at right now, this overlook we were on before. I don't know if you can see the pine tree out on that next peak over there. Just the other side of that, where the river bend turns and goes that way. That's where we were camping last night. So that view that you were getting earlier was straight down there. So we didn't come very far to get to this one. But we had to kind of take the trail out and come back into it. So, but yeah, it's just a beautiful area. been seeing some really cool trails. We just found a little out in the middle of nowhere, little shooting range somebody made up. Got a nice berm, some target, a stand. But really just a cool area, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. And I think we're still in the Manistee National Forest. But yeah, I'm looking at the dashboard right now. Sun's out. Looks like 40 degrees out. Chilly this morning, but warmed up nice. It's been beautiful. So having a great time out here and seeing some cool trails. A lot of this I've never been on, so it's all a lot of new trails to me. So exploring, it's good times. All right, we are off the trails. It's been a great weekend. We saw some really cool trails, found some great campsites, some beautiful overlooks over the river, and just had a great time hanging out with my friend Dan and sitting on the fire. And just awesome weekend. So we're gonna wrap this one up. Hopefully you liked it, subscribed, comment below if there's anything, questions, comments, whatever. But until next time, just remember, we adventure at our level. Get out and adventure at your level. Thanks for watching.